Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to How to HFX with Glenn. But before we begin, I wanted to show you guys something that I saw on TikTok. I thought it was real funny and I thought I would share it with y'all. Here we go. Alright, now that you enjoyed that quick laughter, let me just tell you guys, I feel like this is just me on the charts. Like, whenever I'm trading and I know it's gonna go that way, it comes right down to my stop loss, and as it knocks me out, shoom, all the way up in profits. So I felt like, a lot of you guys could relate to that, and I decided to share it with you. But now let's get into the video. So today I've had some markups that I'm gonna show you guys, and a lot of times I think what it is with traders is that we know we will have all the information, but we don't know how to read the charts. And Forex is a probability thing, right? What's the probability of stuff happening? That's really what it is. It's like you're trying to predict based on the amount of evidence that you have. You understand? And a lot of times we get it wrong because either we see the move too late or it's just not there yet. And I call that potential. So a lot of us, we don't have the potential mindset. And what I mean by that is that we know the patterns, we know the candlesticks, we know the currency strength, we know all of that, but we just cannot predict what's going to happen. And today I just want to give you guys a few insights on how to predict the markets. Now, let's run it back. Now, today I'm going to show you the head and shoulders pattern. Now, everybody knows the head and shoulder pattern, but can anybody identify it before it happens? Right? Let me just give you a little replay, if it will allow me. No! See, I'm on the basic. I hope it will though. Let's see if it will it give me that? Will it give it to me? Will it give me? Nah, I don't think it's gonna give it to me. However, fuck it. I'm gonna show you guys anyway. Now, this is a head and shoulders pattern, and this pattern normally happens after a great move in the market. And let me just tell you what I mean by that. So you see this great sell-off right here, right? Majority of the times, a head and shoulders patterns will come after a great sell-off or a great buy or whatever, right? And let me explain that to you. Say we have the sell-off and market is coming up. Normally what I do is I look for the first shoulder, right? Comes back up in line with the shoulder, and this will be my entry right here. Simple head and shoulders pattern, right? And that's how it's formed. However, also there are other patterns too that we have to look and see for ourselves. And I want to show you guys how this head and shoulders pattern turned into a triangle pattern, if you see what I'm seeing. Now, this trend line is not right here. Let me remove this right here. This is a basic head and shoulders, the left shoulders, right shoulder, and this is the head. As I normally tell you, head and shoulders patterns normally occurs after a great move in the market, right? It can happen many other ways, but normally it happens after a great move, like a big sell-off or a big buy. And a lot of times we don't see it because we're so focused on catching the buy up or catching the sell-off quickly. We don't see the correction that's going to happen, right? And you see the sell-off, came back up, came right here. Now let me also show you something else. Like, I'm thinking to myself after the sell-off, say if this is the market's going back up, it's going to do a correction. But immediately I'm thinking, okay, this is a previous line of resistance right here, because you see 1, 2, 3 touches. That's a resistance line. I put my resistance line right there, and then I will put a trend line right here. Now you see that triangle? Now, if I'm going too fast, let me know in the comments if I'm going too fast, or if you want to see different breakdowns. Let me know if you want me to separate head and shoulders from triangles. I'm just doing basic Forex patterns showing you guys right now. So if you realize, like, this is a triangle, like resistance and a trend line makes a triangle. However, there's always patterns within patterns. And the reason why I brought the example first is because I want to show you guys what I see when I look at the markets. Now, if you look right here, this is a triple top, make its way down into a head and shoulders, right? That's the first pattern. Now I'm thinking, I got this buy right here. It didn't make its way all the way back here and pass. So I'm thinking, all right, there's another pattern at play. But sometimes this triangle hasn't even fully developed yet, right? And it came here, failed to make back this previous high. So now I'm thinking, all right, there's a probability that this is going to be a strong sell-off because it can break my trend line. So I'm thinking, all right, is it trending or is this another triangle that I'm not seeing? Because this is how triangles normally form. They start with a big high, then a small high, and then another high, and then a sell-off or a buy-off. That's how I'm thinking, right? Now I will go here and just look at the imagery. Look at the imagery. You see that? That's another triangle. If you get what I'm saying. This is another triangle right here. It may be small, but it's another triangle. So now I'm looking for buy off or sell off opportunities, right? Right now it looks like a buy to me, because if you look even further, and I'm just showing you how I analyze the market. This is what? This is support right here, right? This is a strong support. Look at that. Look at that. You see, that's a strong support. You feel me? So I'm looking at this market and I'm saying to myself, yo, what's going to happen? I think it's going to be a buyer, but how can I confirm if it's a buyer? This is a big triangle. This is a smaller triangle. Whichever trend line it breaks, that's the way the market's going. There's going to be a high probability that that's the way the market's going. Right now, I can say that it can play on this trend line, break, retest, and take off, right? Or it could do this. It could break to here, break, come down here, retest, and sell off. You see what I'm saying? So that's just another way of looking at the market. So I'm always thinking of the different patterns, the different probabilities of what can happen. And that's how I see the markets, because you can't just look at it one way. Once one pattern's finished, there's another one. Or if there's not another one, you wait and you see. If you can't see it right away, you give it some time and it will show itself. So I just showed you a head and shoulders pattern. I just showed you two triangles. I just showed you two trend lines from a simple move in the market. You see what I'm saying? So, and this is what I said, people are potential. They're potential traders, meaning they know the info, they just can't see it. You got to be a visionary. You got to be like, damn, what is it doing? What are you doing? What are you telling me? You understand? That's how you got to do. What are you telling me? What are you trying to form? Can I see this being this? Can I see that being that? Once you have that in the market, you're already a good trader. And that's just really it. You already a good trader. Basic support and resistance, trend lines, patterns, movements. You can basically see and tell. You're already a 95% trader. And I don't want to spend too much time, but I thought this was the most difficult one, and I just wanted to do it first. And let me just remove these lines and show you that, look at that. It looks like nothing. But you got to be able to see it. You got to look at the market and really be like, yo, what are you trying to tell me? Because if I'm here and I saw this right here, I'd be like, that. The first thing I'm thinking, this is resistance, because there is no way you came down here, right? Then you break. You did a retest. You came all the way back up in here. So I'm like, what are you trying to tell me? That this support is still valid. Right? That's what you're trying to tell me, that this support is still valid. And I'll be like, all right, you came back up here and you didn't pass here. That means that this resistance is still valid. because we have 1, 2, and now 3 touches and you didn't break through, you're still valid. So we're back and forth. All right. Now, ignoring right here, we're looking right here, and we're looking at what are we trying to do? This is a V. After a V, there is a head and shoulders. That's how I see it. Whenever I see this big V, yep, it's a head and shoulders. That's all I'm thinking. Yep, head and shoulders, head and shoulders. So I'm thinking, where is the potential of you coming right here? You came down here, you're still valid. Shoulder, I'm taking the trade right here. Alright, you trying to go up. You didn't give me all of my TP. What are you doing? This is a new pattern. I'm like, alright, what are you doing? This is a new pattern. So I'm like, alright, is this like a trend line? So I draw a fake trend line. It hasn't validated the trend line yet, but I you know what I'm saying. I'll be like, alright, this is clearly gonna be a trend. So I go like that, and I'll be like, alright, I can kind of see a trend line right there. But then I'll be like, this is a triangle, you know, but no. Something else is going on, because if this is the first high and you fail to go up here, that means that the market is starting to squeeze. Because once I take this head and shoulders right here, and you didn't meet me all the way up here at my TP, because I would have set my TP like this. And let me just show you. I would have set my TP like this. My TP, and then my dead wrong would be right here. I wouldn't even try to. I'm like, if you come down here, I know I'm dead wrong. But once you break this line, I know I'm dead wrong. So I wouldn't even have a large TP. I would have something like this, or something like this. This previous, pin bar right here. And I'd be like, all right, if you didn't give me my TP, what are you doing? And that's when I would reevaluate, put my stops at break even, and I'd be like, let's see what you finna try to do. I'll go like this now, and I'll be like, you failed to make by this high, so what are you doing? There's another triangle in there somewhere. You see the triangle? I'm not sure if y'all seeing it. You see the triangle right here? You see it? Bam, bam, bam. So it could go dum, breakout. Or it could go dum, breakout, retest. Bam. You see what I'm saying? Or if I put about this line right here, if this line breaks, you already know that the other triangles are not valid. You see what I'm saying? They're not valid. It's just different possibilities, bro. You gotta see it. You gotta look at the market and be like, damn, I am not seeing this. Or what are you trying to do? You feel me? If this candle comes down here and break this line, it's not valid. This trend line is not valid. Delete that trend line then. But if it doesn't, if it goes like this and squeezes all the way up, which to me the market is going up. I have a 90% bias that the market is going up, because this reason why I say I have a 90% bias that it's going up. It break out here and it came back. Why would it do that? That means you're not trying to go down. You're not. And you came back up here and you didn't break this line at all. You see what I'm saying? If it had broke out and come back and be like, nah, the market's playing around, it's just sideways, but it's just, somebody's waiting for a big move is waiting to happen. You feel me? That's what I'm thinking. A big move is waiting to happen. I'll be like, shh. Alright, this is a triangle. Squeeze, breakout, retest, boom, gone up. So I'm just showing you like how you see it. You gotta see it like that. I think I spent too much time on this one, but let me move to a different one. And I got different examples to show y'all. Right? This is another one. Remember I tell you, after that big sell-off, what comes after that? The correction. So as I said, it has to make like a V. This isn't a V, as you can see, like, and if you can tell the difference, because if you look right here, it didn't come all the way back up to here to create that V to be a potential head and shoulders for right here, if you understand what I'm saying. Now let me show you guys something. Let me just delete these lines, show you guys. The market had a big sell-off, came back up, failed to touch back this resistance. Why is it doing that? Then it came, failed to come back down, failed to come back up. So immediately I'm thinking, alright, that's 1, 2, 3. That's a triangle. This is how triangles are. You know, that's how I'm thinking. Like, this is definitely, I'm like, nah, this is a triangle, bro. This is a triangle. This is what I'm thinking. This is a triangle. Let me delete this line. So I'm like, this is the beginning of a triangle. So I'll be like, alright, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to squeeze out? I'll be like, alright, start from here. You see that? I'll be like, which way are you squeezing to? Are you going to squeeze, retest, and go up? Or are you going to break, retest, and go down? You see? So I see a potential triangle right here. Meaning it doesn't fully make this big triangle, but there's a smaller one in it. You feel me? And that's how I be seeing it. You know? And this cannot be a break and retest. If you look at it properly, it can't be a break and resist because previous level of support was here. Mini support was here. It didn't respect this at all. Like it just couldn't be. You know, so you couldn't even say this was a break and retest. You couldn't even think that because it gave no type of respect to this, the last low right here. It gave none at all. It went straight through there and it kept slicing it up. So you know that if you had this as a break and retest, you'd be like, nope, it cannot be. You got to delete that line. It's something else. You know? So that's another one, potential triangle. Let me check again. This is another head and shoulders. And let me just show you how this head and shoulders is. Like, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tired. I went to work. Now this one is pretty tight. Let me give you guys the horizontal line so you guys can follow with your eyesight. This head and shoulders right here. Left shoulder, right shoulder, sell off, came back, did not retest this previous low. So this is not a break and retest, right? Came back up here, made this V, it completed this V, came back down here in this area for another mini head and shoulders right here. You see this? Left shoulder, right shoulder, up again. Just many little things in binary options. This is the head, shoulder, shoulder. You know, this one's a little wide, but you can see it. You can actually see it, like left shoulder, head, right shoulder, an M. This is an M. M, break of the M, the retest of the M, retest, took off, came back again. You feel me? So I'm just showing you the markets in different ways. I believe I've gone extensively over this pattern, so that's gonna be it for me, guys. Leave a comment, leave a like. If you have any questions, my free Telegram is in the description box. Just reach out to me and I'll answer any of your questions. Thank you so much for watching.